What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the build. Today I'm going to be putting linseed oil on this and these, which I'll explain what those are in a minute. And also I'm going to be putting these on those, and I'll explain what these are in a minute. I didn't film myself actually building any of this, but I do want to explain why I built it the way that I did. There's a step down right here, and the reason that this is a little bit lower is because this is where my crash pad is going to be sitting, and I'm just going to have my water sitting on top of this. But this was the measurement that I wanted to be really specific on. This wasn't really as important. This is 4.5 inches deep, and this is 9 inches deep. This fits both of my tripods perfectly, and I have no idea what can fit in this, but probably a good bit. I'm not gonna pretend to be an expert at this kind of stuff, but something that I did very intentionally was all the grain is going this way. And the only reason I really did that was because it would bow less over time. I'm gonna be putting a lot of weight on top of this. This is where my water is gonna be sitting. Over on this side, it's just gonna be a crash pad. This is a good way to avoid that. So really the only thing I'm gonna do today is just put linseed oil on it, which is just gonna protect the wood from any moisture, anything like that. Plus it's just gonna look cool. That's kind of the majority of why I'm doing it. But if I happen to spill coffee in my drawers, I don't want it to stain too bad. I'm gonna put some drawer pulls on those, which are right here. If you're into rock climbing at all, you might recognize these. These are for a system wall used in a lot of climbing gyms called a tension wall. I bought two. One is smaller, one's bigger. I bought these kind of on a whim. I didn't really have a reason for buying them. I just thought they were cool, and I've had them for months. I bought them months ago and decided to do this. And then I kind of thought, what could I use for drawer pulls? And I thought these would be perfect. Even though I work in a wood shop, you wouldn't think so just from looking at this. It might look fine on screen, but trust me, this is not winning any beauty pageants. I kind of had two options. I could either take a long time to make it and make it as pretty and fancy as possible, or I could just get it done really quickly and just have something that works. This does what I needed to do. Oh, that looks cool. And it just looks good. If nothing else, if it was just for look, like if it was just for how it looks, it just looks good. I'm gonna finish putting oil on this and on the two drawers, and I will see you in a little bit. This is without linseed oil, and this is with linseed oil. So this drawer is pretty much done. I still have one side to do, and then I'll be on to the big drawer. I'm pretty sure I'm ready to put this thing in the truck. might have a problem. I started putting this screw in just to start, and it doesn't stick. So might have to get some longer screws. It's kind of a bummer. I knew it was going too well. Something was bound to go wrong. So the devastating realization that the screws that I invested so much money in, it was like 50 cents, they didn't work, or I mean they work, but they don't work for this. So my dad has these, which these are 1.25 inches. The other ones were 1 inch. So let's try again. These should fit pretty much exactly. These should work pretty well. And if not, then plan C. It worked. And the cool thing now, if for any reason I can't get this out because this is a climbing hold, that just means I need to train harder at climbing, and then I'll be able to get to my stuff. So you might be able to see it, but this cup holder sits pretty close to that. So I have to find a place for this to sit. It might have to sit like off to the side a little bit, just to not get smushed by this. So I think it could actually fit like right here in the middle. I didn't think it would, but it looks like it might. It actually worked. It's such a simple thing, and that's honestly why I thought something would go horribly wrong. I was expecting one of the pieces of plywood to snap in half or something. Simple projects never go the way you plan, but this one actually did. This wasn't really a super long video, but it was something I'm pretty psyched on getting done. I'm really excited about this whole truck build process, and if you are watching, I really do appreciate you. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.